what's happening.
Did you notice that when you were with the narcissist, you couldn't accomplish much? And be honest with yourself, you saw it. Goals got stalled, businesses failed, diets fell apart, friendships crumbled, ideas you used to run with suddenly got stuck in the mud. And it wasn't because you weren't capable, you were capable. It was because you weren't born into chaos. But the narcissist thrives in it. They love it. They set up shop in it. They invite the neighbors over for chaos brunch. They thrive in mud like pigs. Meanwhile, you were trying to build a garden, plant seeds, water the soil. And mud and gardens don't mix. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength." Think about that. When's the last time you were calm with a narcissist? Never. It was fireworks during the love bomb, cruelty during devaluation, drama during discard, or hot mess foolishness during the Hoover. It was excitement or destruction, passion or punishment, but never stillness. Peace was the one thing they never gave you, and peace is the one thing you need to build anything worth having. You can't outmud a pig, because while you're trying not to drown, the narcissist is backstroking, laughing, and inviting the new supply to sit on the sidelines and clap. You weren't built for mud. You were built for clear skies. And here's the real truth. Becoming stoic isn't easy. At first it feels impossible. At first it feels like dragging your soul through broken glass. It feels like silence is suffocating you. It feels like you lost everything. But little by little, that silence turns into strength. At first, Stoicism feels like punishment. Then it feels like power. It's hard until it becomes easy. And you will go through what people call the dark night of the soul. That long tunnel where it's just you, your thoughts, your regrets, your pain. The echo of every mistake you think you made. And that tunnel makes you. The narcissist can't survive that tunnel because they can't face themselves in silence. They can't sit still without supply. But you can. And when you do, you realize the tunnel wasn't your death, it was your rebirth. Pressure makes diamonds. Coal without pressure, it stays brittle. It crumbles. It can't hold up under weight. That's the narcissist. They look shiny in the beginning, but when life presses down, they break. Nothing about them is stoic. They don't endure. They run. They don't face life. They skip to the next distraction. They move on fast, hyper-emotional, always chasing validation outside themselves because they can't sit still long enough to work on the things within themselves. Meanwhile, you are becoming diamond. And here's the crazy part. You thought you lost something when they left. You thought you were left behind. But the universe was really giving you an opportunity. You didn't lose. You gained. You gained a stronger version of yourself than you ever were before you met them. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Every fight, every lie, every smear campaign, every sleepless night. That wasn't the end of you, it was the weight room. That was the training ground. That was pressure. And the universe trusted you with it because it knew you could handle it." The narcissist never even picked up a weight in their life. They skipped the gym of the soul and ran straight to validation city. But you went through the fire, and now you're coming out forged. Epictetus said, "Man is not disturbed by things, but by the view he takes of them." And that's exactly why you don't need the narcissist's validation anymore. You never did. Waiting for a narcissist to validate you is like waiting on a tornado to stop spinning so you can build a house inside the eye. That's impossible. And yet you kept waiting, didn't you? You kept waiting for them to clap, to say you were good enough, to approve your dream, to bless your move. But that's a trap. They can't validate you because they can't validate themselves. That's why they run to new supply. They think the next person is going to fix the hole in their soul. But it never works. For you, the Stoic path is different. You validate yourself through action, through progress. You don't need their applause, you need your own consistency. You need to hear yourself say, "I showed up, I built it, I did it." That's the only validation that counts. Before the narcissist you were achieving, during the narcissist you stalled. After the narcissist, when you embraced peace, the wins started stacking again. That's not coincidence. That's universal law. They can only operate in chaos because chaos keeps you from noticing their emptiness. But you were designed for clarity, goals, and growth. And don't get it twisted. Their karma is not your business. Their downfall is not your obsession. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You don't need to sit around hoping they suffer. You don't need to stalk their page, track their moves, wait for the day it all falls apart. Because while you're waiting for karma, you're still chained to them. Detachment is the power. Karma's already written into their lifestyle. You don't have to proofread their collapse. Just step away. Their suffering will come whether you watch it or not. Your only job is to build. And yes, the dark night of the soul hurts. Yes, silence feels brutal. But on the other side of silence is clarity. On the other side of no contact is peace. And on the other side of peace is everything you thought you lost plus more. Because the person you become in that process, that person is unshakable, that person is diamond. And every time you look back at the narcissist, hyper-emotional, validation-chasing, chaos-loving, brittle coal, you'll laugh. You'll laugh at how much power you thought they had over you. You'll smile because you'll know pressure made you unbreakable. So don't get dragged into the mud. Don't mistake chaos for passion. Don't hand them your goals just so they can fumble them again. You weren't born into chaos. They were. You were born to create, to grow, to thrive. Stoicism is your shield against the madness. Waste no more time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius said that, and that's your real power. So hit like, follow the NARC OPP, and drop a comment if this hit you in the chest. Peace is power, and once you claim it, they can't ever take it back. This is the NARC OPP, and that's the Stoic way out of the narcissist's chaos.